Welcome back to this episode of the Faster Than Lightspeed podcast. I am your Captain Kenny Lightspeed with my executive officer,
Joey Ashpacer.
That's lame. That's such a lame name.
No, it's a good name.
I don't even understand what the Ash is about. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I'm like, do you not remember?
But it's lame.
It's for Ash Ireland. And it's my Battlestar Galactica name.
Battlestar Galactica name?
Yeah, it's like Starbuck minus Ash Pacer.
But Starbuck sounds cool, though.
Ash Pacer sounds cool.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No. No way.
Yes, it does.
I disagree, and I think the listeners would agree with me that it's kind of lame.
Let us know, audience.
Welcome back.
Yes.
It's been a while. We had our extended winter break, I would call it.
Yep, the last
Our last episode was Dune
Yeah.
review. That's how long. That was like October.
It is now end of January.
It's close to end of January. And what's the best thing to end the first month of the year than to talk about the last year?
Yes.
Right. So today we're going to be doing a recap episode of everything that, all the opinions and thoughts that you guys missed from us during that break, along with, I think we're going to give our thoughts on what we thought was the greatest movie that we saw. We didn't see every movie that came out last year.
We never watched Venom 2.
We didn't watch Venom 2 or Ghostbusters.
Or Tick Tick Boom.
I don't know about that one.
Who cares about that one?
So, yeah, we'll be recapping everything you guys missed from break. So, yeah, we'll be talking about movies, shows, video games, and other upcoming stuff. So, there's been a couple trailers and things that we could talk about as well that we'll give thoughts on. So, we're going to, power through these. It's going to be like a lightning round, all right? So, are you ready?
Sure.
All right. So, number one on my list is The Eternals. We saw Eternals back in November. Yeah, during...
Yeah.
Around Thanksgiving. We saw that.
Mm-hmm.
What were your general thoughts on that movie? Did you like it, not like it? And we'll give a score on it after we give our general thoughts. Spoilers, I guess, for this one, right?
I think that the movie gets too much hate.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Totally on par. I
don't think it was really any worse than, the original Doctor Strange.
I like how all the characters were kind of unique.
I liked all the characters, yeah. Except for
I don't think it was...
one or two.
Doctor Strange is great. Doctor Strange was better. The original Doctor Strange. I defend that movie.
Not too much better than this one, I would claim. Because this one had, a good twist. That one was just the ancient one is using bad evil energy or something.
This one was just as good as, Captain Marvel, I would say.
Sure, I'd agree with that. And I'd say Captain Marvel is about as good as Doctor Strange.
No.
Wow.
Other episode we would talk about that.
But yeah, I liked all the characters and the effects and stuff.
Sprite was a little weird.
Sprite?
I never liked Cersei.
Which one was Cersei?
The main girl.
Oh, that was... Okay. Who was also in Captain Marvel and stuff. She's been 3 characters in that universe, I think. She was a Kree in there. I feel like she was some other character. But I can't remember now.
I remember her being a Kree. She fights with Captain Marvel.
Right. But I feel like there was one other role. It might have been in a Netflix show or something that I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
But, yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, I would still give it a 0.
You give it a 0? I'd give it a 1. Because it seems like it's going to set up quite a few things. I think it's meant to be an introduction to even more cosmic elements in this universe. So, I'd say go watch it.
Yeah.
Then... on my list, Halo Infinite came out. Halo Infinite Multiplayer came out.
And the campaign came out.
Yeah.
And we're putting it by the movies because it's all cutscenes.
Yeah, first we're talking about... I've got first multiplayer thoughts. So, I love Halo... we've talked about Halo multiplayer before.
Yeah.
We both love Halo multiplayer.
Yeah.
And this is the epitome of what I wanted... modern day Halo multiplayer to be like. It's for free, so I'm not sure how much what I expected in terms of content. I felt like it fit what I expected from a free Halo multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't or had a lot higher bars for a free Halo multiplayer, and maybe I can understand that, but I also can't. I don't know. But in terms of the general gameplay and shooting and weapons and the sandbox overall, I love it.
It's so good. I love how
so addicting.
it is it's very much an arcade shooter, like a Halo 3.
It's so good. It's so satisfying to crack someone's shield.
Yeah.
And then like headshot them.
Yeah.
With the sidekick.
Yeah.
All the weapons. Everything feels so good.
I don't like the challenge system. They definitely need to make a new progression system. But gameplay wise, it is so solid. And because of that, the player base is never gonna die.
Sure.
They don't need to change the store progression system because people will keep coming back.
As long as, well, I think just recently, I don't know if you saw, they're going to add in the next battle pass, you're going to be able to earn credits, which is how battle passes usually work, but for some reason they didn't have that in theirs.
Yeah.
Which was weird, but I guess they're going to try to change that by next season, which will also have Forge, and my prediction, next season we'll have Battle Royale.
Oh, that'd be gross.
I would enjoy that. If it's like this, if it's just multiplayer and it's on the campaign free roam world, and you just like drop in on like an ODST pod or something.
That'd be so gross.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
The only BR we're interested in is Battle Rifle.
And the DMR. What? That's a DMR is basically a battle rifle.
I was quoting 343.
I don't care.
So no, I thought you were gonna say couch co-op, but you messed it up. Who
cares about couch co-op anymore?
That's not coming out until a year afterwards.
So, and that's not multiplayer, but so
it could
multiplayer.
It could be multiplayer.
I give what
couch co-op multiplayer.
Does it not have split screen right now?
We don't think so.
I thought it did.
No,
pretty sure it does.
We should check.
Where was I? Oh yeah. What's your score for the multiplayer for Halo Infinite?
Oh, it has to be a 1.
Yeah, 1. I agree.
It is kind of breaking down right now, but I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah, it's what is it? Big team battles broken.
Yeah, like challenges are a little weird.
Somehow they broke it even more. Weird.
It's fine. Gameplay wise, it's solid.
Yeah, and that's really what I care about.
I don't think they're thinking it was gonna be this big.
I don't know. Well, they had like stress tests and stuff.
They did.
But I don't know how it goes from that to being, broken like that. That's the big part right now.
Yeah. I still won. They'll fix it. Gameplay wise, so solid.
Yeah. So, and then the campaign came out a little bit into December. And what are your general thoughts about the campaign, story-wise, sandbox-wise, just full playthrough-wise?
Spoilers?
Sure. Minor spoilers.
Minor spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a big enough scale.
Okay. Well, you wanted to go because I guess spoilers is that the whole thing basically takes place on the Halo ring.
Yeah, no Earth.
You wanted the scale to be like, I want to go to a bunch of different planets.
I want to go to Reach. I want to go to Earth.
Yeah, and that's something that I don't think anybody imagined would be in this. That was something only you imagined in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how that would work with the type of game that they want to make with this.
It was my big prediction.
Yeah, it was.
And it
was a sucky prediction, because why would they do that?
It would have been a great prediction
suddenly
if it
you're
was
dividing up the whole map, their whole free roam map, which I've had a lot of fun just exploring their sort of free roam world.
Mm-hmm.
Just going around conquering the different fortresses and finding the Mjolnir lockers and collectibles and stuff. Taking out the propaganda towers, which are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious to hear these grunts just spouting propaganda at you. It's hilarious. And it's still gameplay wise is really cool. I love the upgrade system. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I grew to really enjoy it.
Cool.
with the Spartan cores and being able to level up. I love how you have like 4 of these abilities all at the same time that you can quickly swap between to use. Because that, to me, that's what makes Master Chief just more powerful than your average Spartan. Is that, okay, he has all these abilities, and that's why maybe the other Spartans couldn't win. Because they had to divide up their power. But Master Chief, he's on the ball.
Or Master Chief just, the best.
He is the best, too, yeah. But this is why maybe your Spartan that you're playing as in multiplayer. Because that's technically canon. Multiplayer is just, it's fire drills, right?
Mm-hmm.
More or less.
Oh, I want to mention something about the multiplayer. I'm thinking about swapping it where where my team is red and the enemy team is blue.
You're never going to see them, though.
Why you say that?
Because the blue's going to blend into everything.
And red wouldn't?
Red pops out a little bit, at least. On these maps, red pops out.
I always just think of red as the good guys for Halo.
Why?
And blue's the bad guys.
You're right. The banished classic good guys covered in red.
That's different. That's different.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean that's different? What do you mean?
I always thought like blue more symbolized the Covenant because of the purple.
Covenant's purple. Yeah. What are you saying? Those are two different colors, Joey. Blue and purple. Yeah. Yeah, 2 different colors.
If you tune into a live stream of mine and the colors are swapped around, that's why.
No, everybody, the meta is to have the enemies be yellow because that pops out the most on all these maps. Except probably Behemoth because it's sandy. I'd imagine it doesn't pop out quite as well there. I have mine to be like the brightest version of red for enemies, and then my team is green. Yeah. That's what I have. But back to campaign. I love the high value targets as well. I love hunting those guys down, and then you get their special weapons. It's pretty cool. The one thing that I think a lot of people have complained about is that the vehicles all feel really weak, especially on Legendary. It feels like you'll get absolutely torched, but I think I understand why that balances. Because, I mean, if you can spawn your own vehicles, your own tanks and stuff, and if it's too difficult for the enemies to destroy, you're just going to ride that throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
I think that's the balance for it. And I think that transferred into multiplayer, which was a lot of people's complaints, right? So I think that's the problem. I think if they could, I would tell them to just make the vehicles in multiplayer a bit stronger. I don't know. But I'm not sure how feasible that is, right?
I think it's good foundations.
Yeah, what about story? What did you feel about the story?
Strong, firm foundation.
It was very Force Awakens in story.
Yes.
Where it's like, we're going to limit maybe the number of characters that you see. And we're going to have mystery boxes to get you guys maybe excited and have predictions for future stuff. And we're not going to blow our entire load of characters and stuff in this right away. I was like, right in the beginning they say Atriox is dead, or that he's not around right now, which is weird. And they've got this Harbinger person. Like, they definitely were saving up Atriox. Like, you're not going to fight him in this game.
Yes.
You might later.
Oh, we will.
Right. But, well, I say might if they ever make... They were also going to do Season 2 of Spartan Ops in Halo 4.
Oh.
So, who knows? Who knows?
Gut punch me there.
Right?
Oh, Spartan. Halo 4, come back, please.
But you know what I mean? So, who knows if they'll make a continuation of this. But
Depends how much they sell.
Yeah, I don't know. But overall, it was just enjoyable, so I give it a 1.
I'm going to give it a 1 too.
All right.
But
you haven't been replaying it, though. I've been replaying it.
No, I haven't.
Because I played through initially just the story missions, because you can do that. You don't have to free roam like at all.
Mm-hmm.
You can just hop to every story mission. I completed it under 8 hours. I got an achievement for that. Did you get that achievement?
No.
No, because we both played on normal in our first playthrough.
I did do some side stuff though, the first time around.
Okay.
It wasn't like when I passed it, I did it.
Okay.
That's my rule.
Okay. Did you do like fortresses then? Like entire fortresses that you passed?
I don't think so.
I might have helped a couple Marines. I don't know if I even did that though in my normal playthrough. Or I took a couple fobs. That's what I did.
I will never do a lasso playthrough of the game. I don't think.
I'm totally gonna do that because the skulls sound really fun actually.
I will get.
I don't know. Could really be annoying.
I'll get all the skulls, but I don't think I'm ever gonna use all of them at once. But stuff to have.
Okay. Then we'll move on to the Disney Plus show Hawkeye.
Yes.
So, Hawkeye, being a part of the MCU, got introduced to a couple new characters, a couple returning characters, a couple unexpected characters. So, it's all during Christmas. I don't know even what to say about this show. It was a good show. It was fine, right? I think you said you ranked it above all the other Disney Plus shows, right?
Not Disney Plus shows, Marvel Disney Plus shows.
Well, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to think that's over The Mandalorian.
Sure. Okay.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it had a lot of heart. That was like, the whole thing about this. It made Hawkeye super, like, even more relatable than he was before, because there were points where, like, okay, they were trying to make him relatable. Mm-hmm. I think this really solidified that in terms of, okay, here he is.
I felt like it interweaved better in the MCU than the other ones. Like,
okay.
WandaVision was probably the only other ones I felt like interweaved this well, because it had, like, Jimmy and, like, the Thor girl and all that stuff.
It had other characters.
Yeah.
It had characters linked linked from, what, like 3 of the movie chains, right? From Ant-Man,
it felt,
Thor, and Captain Marvel.
It felt like it pushed it further. But Loki, as much as I love that show, it feels very much like, how does this... Yeah,
right now it does. Until, who knows if when Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out, supposedly that character's
Doctor Strange 2.
Sure.
Some people say that Loki's going to show up in there.
I don't think so.
And then Falcon Winter Soldier, I think, is kind of useless.
For now, sure. Until... Because I thought they announced a Captain America 4.
Oh, they did.
Right.
We'll see what they do with that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'd say just watch Falcon Winter Soldier just because the ending suit for Falcon's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good suit.
But...
That was my biggest complaint with this show. They, like, tried to hype up, like... Because, what was it? Kate Bishop is like, you need a better look. Or something. I'm like, yes, get him the cowl. Get him that weird cowl thing that he wears in the comics. And they basically just put a purple t-shirt on him.
Yeah.
It's really a lame costume. Her costume was alright. But his was like, this is the best you could do?
Mm-hmm.
You could get him to wear the cowl or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it's purple.
Yeah.
But meh.
Spoilers.
Very meh.
Yelena coming back, super fun.
Yeah, I liked her and Kate Bishop. That was a nice duo. Just, I don't know if you could call them frenemies. I don't even know what you would call them.
Oh, they're just friends.
I don't even know if friends, though, because they had to fight.
I mean...
They were fighting and stuff. I don't know. That was interesting. I enjoyed that interaction. I give that show a 1.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So far, all 1s.
Not for me. I gave Eternals a 0.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Well, your score doesn't matter anyway.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm the captain.
Should we do a little throwback here and talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No, we don't need to do that.
Because we watched that over.
Yeah, we did see that for the first time, but we won't talk about that necessarily right now. Then Spider-Man No Way Home, your most anticipated movie of the years. What were your general thoughts about that movie?
I think they basically just rebooted Spider-Man, and I hated that.
I love it. I love that.
They rebooted Spider-Man again.
I love it. I love that. 100% on board with that.
I do not like that.
How they did that. At first, you were like, I thought you were like indifferent to it initially, and then over time, you've been like, I can't believe this.
I didn't think of it, and then as I continued to grow, I was like, they really made the past 2 movies, which I really love, totally nothing.
What do you mean nothing? They happened. What do you mean? Everybody thinks that this changed the past. It didn't change the past. Because our sister also saw it. She was mad. based on the end. I guess major spoilers for this for Spider-Man if you haven't seen it already. Probably should. Probably have gotten spoiled. But a big part of this movie is at the end, nobody remembers Peter Parker. Nobody remembers Peter Parker. Which means that Spider-Man is on his own right now.
He has literally
He's
no
totally
one.
on his own. He has nobody to fall back on. Absolutely nobody. But he's still going to be a superhero. You know? And I love that. Because, yeah, and people think that changes the past. Like, oh, he didn't do any of the things with the Avengers or whatever. But that happened. It's just from that point onwards, people don't remember him anymore.
He just isn't there when he's just Peter Parker.
I don't even know. I mean, he was, though. It's just that from that point onwards, nobody remembers. We know. Peter knows. So I don't know if he's annoyed.
But MJ doesn't know.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Ned doesn't know.
Yeah, remember Superman 2 when Superman and Lois got married and he's like, nah, never mind.
Did they get married?
I don't think they got married, but he reveals himself and they were like in love or whatever, and he's like, nah, you can't remember that, and he erased her memory with a kiss. That's what this is.
That's what I said in the movie theater.
That's right, you did.
I said that to you.
That was like how
Credits rolling.
That's like 5-6 weeks ago, dude.
It was.
I can't remember that, but that's exactly what it is. You know by that with Superman.
That's different.
How?
Because there was only one movie before then.
Yeah, well, there's only one movie where she was really maybe a romantic interest.
There was 5 movies before this.
And this was the only one where I cared about MJ, like, at all. The last one, I'm just like, I thought Peter just was attracted to her because she was giving him attention. It was some weird thing, like, I fall in love with the first girl who looks at me, sort of thing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt about that relationship. And then here they actually had some chemistry, in my opinion.
Liz doesn't show up.
Liz doesn't show up. Vulture doesn't show up.
Yeah, which is surprising to me. You couldn't have just added Vulture just so you can have the Sinister Six.
Right, that was the weird part. Because they had 5 villains. They were so close.
The 5 villains weren't even from his movies. So you could have brought in, like, Scorpion.
They could have brought in, like, one guy to be, like, introduce them to the world. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I really liked the movie.
I think Marvel forgot that Vulture exists.
I don't think that's true. He's literally in Morbius.
That's right!
So
They did.
how are you saying that?
But who knows what's happening with Morbius? What universe is that?
Yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, really good. I love the ending. Because, yeah, now he has to be Spider-Man on his own. I liked how it made these first 3 movies his origin story. And I thought that really worked. So I give it a 1.
I have one question, though. Because does every universe forget who Peter Parker is? Every universe.
I don't think that matters.
There's one thing I was saving for you. I am so disappointed with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man in that movie.
Why?
Because nothing has changed. It's still complicated between him and MJ. Dude, it's been like... You've had a crush on this girl for 17 years.
I don't even remember what he says about that.
He says, it's complicated. It's like, really? It's still complicated? You've had a crush on her since the year I was born.
I don't even remember what they said, so I can't testify.
I was so mad. It's like, imagine if you had a photo and it was him with Kristen Dunst, and his MJ.
I mean, couldn't you say that this whole thing is about rectifying all these like errors that these other Spider-Man have had? The Toby one has always been, kind of gut wrenched over the death of like Ben and like Green Goblin. He's like, maybe I could have saved him, and now he does. So maybe when he goes back, he can make that right now. Because he said in there, like, I've been thinking about how I could have cured Norman for a long time.
I don't know, but I feel like nothing's changed.
And same with I'm forgetting Octavius, same with all those guys.
I just feel like
I think they had guilt because these Spider-Man killed people. I don't know,
They did kill people. But I just feel like nothing's happened in between since we last saw him. Where Andrew Garfield, there clearly was.
Right, that one was like, I went down a dark path after I killed Gwen.
Which is not what it seems like in the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, no, but I mean,
It's fine.
that's that movie. Who knows? That's a terrible movie.
It is a great movie. And that's just so disappointing to me. Like,
I didn't care.
say
I didn't
what you
expect
want
anything.
about the sequel trilogy, but at least the characters in between those time periods changed. It's the complete opposite of what this was, which was a complete... Nothing happened. Nothing happened since the last time you saw me.
Sure. Okay.
It's lame. Imagine if you had kids. Imagine if he was Toby dad.
I don't know.
That would have been so cool.
I don't know. What's the future of Spider-Man though?
Another
Did you
reboot.
give your score? What's your score for No Way Home?
I have to give it a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though everything I've just said has been a complaint, I have to give it a
Only
1.
giving complaints. I just don't understand how people say it erases all the other movies. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
How? How? Did it
How?
change the past or it just affect the present?
It made every meaningful impact that us as viewers care about completely meaningless.
Not for Peter. Peter still experienced all that stuff.
But that's like us, the viewer. We
That
remember
still happened though. What do
But
you mean?
nobody-
It just means people in that world don't remember that.
it. MJ will
Why
get
does
her
that
memories
matter?
back.
You know?
She's going to see Peter Parker. Like, he's going to see Spider-Man take off the mask and it being Peter Parker. And then she's like, oh, and then she's going to get a flash and all of her memories
No,
comes
I
back.
hope that he moves on from her. You leave your high school friends behind, find new friends in college or something, and he meets a new Harry Osborn or something.
We can't do another Harry Osborn.
The equivalent of a Harry Osborn. He starts interning for Reed Richards. That's my future prediction. That's what I want.
They're doing Kraven the Hunter.
Eh,
I feel like that time has passed.
yeah, that's like too low level.
They're doing
villain
Venom
almost.
kind of now. That's what they hint at.
I guess they kind of hinted at that, right?
They did, because now the Venom's in this universe.
I don't know.
But that's just there to sell toys, and I don't think I care
I want
about
to see
them.
that new homemade suit though that he made. I want to see more of that. They you barely
Oh, of
see it,
course.
but from the bits that you see of it in those shots, it looked really cool.
Okay, let's move on. Otherwise, we'll talk about Spider-Man
yeah,
all day.
so then
I haven't
at the end of Spider-Man, there was the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, which looks really cool. Really cool. You see Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, in there in that trailer, and she mentions WandaVision. She's like, "Oh, what happened?" And then Doctor Strange, I don't care. I didn't see that show.
I didn't watch it. Why would
I didn't
I?
watch that show, so I don't own Disney Plus. I didn't subscribe for that, so I didn't watch it. But I've got something else. I've got something bigger. I did see What If, and there's an evil Doctor Strange in there that was it Duke Mordo, right? He's like, oh, the real danger is you, Doctor Strange. And there's weird hair Doctor Strange with a longer beard. Which, yeah, is it that same character from What If?
I don't think so.
I kind of hope so.
I think that character's going to show up, but not that character.
But they look exactly alike.
Or that
though.
character's not the villain, because otherwise
Right,
it's his
I don't
entire
think
character.
Yeah, if that is the character in there, he's not the villain.
I think they're trying to throw us off.
Right. It's going to be... Because, I mean, What If he's not really the villain?
No, he's not. He was supposed to be like a...
Unless he wants to absorb more Doctor Strange powers. And is like, oh, so I can become more powerful. And I can save Rachel McAdams. Whose character name I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Because he says it a million times in that
Mrs.
episode.
Snuck isn't a word, Conan.
What?
Haven't you ever seen that?
Oh, sure.
That actress
That
was like,
meme? Yeah.
Conan, that snuck isn't a word.
It is and then he breaks out a dictionary.
Yeah, then he brings out a dictionary. He's like, and then he reads it. It's like, you went to Harvard and you should know that.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So, I want him to show up. I'm looking forward to that movie. I've got high hopes for that one. Then we can get into the Book of Boba Fett that started. Not finished yet. How many episodes do we have left by this point?
2, I believe.
It sounds right, but I'm not sure. So far, I think there's been a lot of generated hate around this show. because it's not quite as good as Mando for sure, and it has some weird stuff in it, some like odd out of place stuff, specifically the like cyborg kids, which feels like something out of Cyberpunk rather than Star Wars, in my opinion. Oh yeah, so like the Cyberpunk kids I think are out of place. They should have been on like, if they're gonna be in Star Wars, they should be on like Coruscant or something. And they're stinging scooters.
And one of them's so pale.
I don't know. It's just weird. Pale on literally the sunniest planet in the galaxy. Seconds. I don't know. It has 2 suns, so yeah, we'll say sunniest planet. So Jakku only has 1 sun. Right? Yeah, but I mean, I like all the flashback stuff in it so far. We've seen like the Tuskens and that. I like the characters. I like all the characters that characters like the Hutts and stuff. Again, not the Cyberpunk kids. I love how they brought in Black Krrsantan, straight from the comic books. Nailed the look. And he also offers proof that Spock could probably beat Chewbacca in a fight.
Totally not true.
I mean, it's true because it takes him about 5 minutes. It takes him about 20 minutes to not kill Boba Fett. You know, he has him in multiple chokeholds and punches him in the face with these like electric knuckles, and Boba Fett just is alive. So against a Vulcan, a disciplined Vulcan who has enhanced strength. Keep in mind, Vulcans have superior strength than humans.
To that guy's arm.
Superior strength than humans. Okay, that's a Trandoshan. Superior strength than humans.
Trandoshans you would think have a superior strength too.
Not those. Those guys were shrimpy. Those guys were shrimpy Trandoshans.
Oh my gosh.
I think Spock could 100% beat Chewbacca if that's what a gladiator Wookiee is able to do against a man literally asleep, naked, with no weapons and no clothes on, dripping wet.
He was not going to win, though. Boba was going to die. The Power Rangers had to come in, and then they weren't even able to stop him. Fennec Shand had to come in. And
I'm just saying, though, he wasn't able to kill him in the amount of time that was given to him.
Look, Han Solo would shoot Captain Kirk first.
Again, now you're adding guns to the equation, though. That's
you have their standard loadout.
Then the Star Trek guys win automatically because they have phasers.
No, but they'll be able to shoot them before they get their phasers out.
What? What's it mean?
Who do you think can fire first? If it's on their hip, Han Solo or Captain Kirk? The viewers are listening. They will listen to you, and if you say Captain Kirk, they'll all know you're kidding yourself. Han Solo would draw first, shoot Captain Kirk first, and Chewbacca can maul Spock to death.
I disagree. Because now you're just doing roll initiative right now. I don't know.
Wait,
I think that's luck.
Han shoots first,
No,
Kenny.
I think that's luck.
Han shot first.
So what are your predictions for the last couple episodes of that show?
Kira's going to show up, hopefully.
You want Kira from Solo to show up.
That's what I'm saying. You
want Crimson Dawn. They've been building up the Pikes, which is not Crimson Dawn. Although they are related to the Shadow Collective, which was Maul's old thing, which Kira was, I guess, a part of.
Yep.
Because it is weird that because the Hutt twins say that this planet was promised to another. It was the mayor or whatever they say.
But then who hired the mayor?
But then it's like, who made that promise? Was it the Pikes that made that promise? Or was it, say, maybe a new leader of the Shadow Collective, you know?
Which I hope is Kira.
Right, that's your prediction, which could make sense. Like, I would not dispute that in any way.
Darth Maul is dead.
I don't have anybody else to claim that I could claim would be head of a Shadow Collective. You know? If it still exists. I don't think we even know if the Shadow Collective is still technically
who knows? Literally, who knows? Yeah. I'm hoping that we see Kira again, so we get some sort of closure.
Yeah.
But if we have that, then people are going to be saying, oh, well, then we need to make a Kira TV show. I don't know if we should go down that route.
Will we have any original recipe characters show up? or anymore, I guess I should say, outside of Boba Fett.
Han Solo could show up as Aldrin Ehrenreich. If they bring in Kira, I don't think it's that far of a leap. But Kira is definitely far more likely.
Because at the end of this last episode we watched, they had Mando's theme. So right now, that's like what everybody's almost assuming is about to show up. As he talks about hiring bounty hunters, and it plays Mando's theme. So it'd be messed up if they didn't.
Yeah.
It's a weird tease if they don't. But it'd also be weird to bring him in and totally overshadow Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You know, because suddenly, okay, now you got to answer questions about the Darksaber and stuff that he has now.
Yeah, he has Darksaber now.
Right. That's where it gets messy.
And you see a non-Grogu Mando, which who knows when the last time we really saw that was.
Right. So, I mean, we were trying to think of what other bounty hunters you would prefer to see. One that I would like to see would be Embo.
Yes.
From the Clone Wars. I think that's the only time we ever see him. I think he was in one of the Aftermath books as well, but that's not as well known. He's like excellent bounty hunter. I would love to see him in live action with that metal hat that deflects all bullets. That has to be Beskar, right? Do you think that's Beskar hat? Who knows? But he's super cool, that character. And if he has his dog, sometimes he has a dog, right? Mm-hmm. If we saw, you said Bosk, I think at one point you said Bosk.
Yeah, Bosk.
Which would be good. I guess he would still be alive, right? For all we know.
IG-88.
Maybe, but we just had an IG unit.
Yeah, I don't think that's as likely.
Right.
Cad Bane. People such as I still say Cad Bane is the greatest bounty hunter of all time.
But is he alive?
I think he's shot dead probably. I think they're going to answer that in Bad Batch. We are going to see that showdown in Bad Batch between Boba Fett and Cad Bane.
Right. A lot of people say that already happened and that Cad Bane has like a metal head where he got shot.
I mentioned that to you for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's somewhat widespread. I want to see that though. I really want to see that.
It would be a mistake not to show that.
I want one more flashback from Boba Fett to that showdown. That's what I would love to see. They get what's his name, Daniel Logan, to be young Boba Fett again.
Yeah.
And just play out that scene, just that scene, and that's all I need.
We can see that in Bad Batch.
Yeah, we could.
Cad Bane, he's an animated character.
I mean, talk about Bad Batch. What if Boba Fett's genetically sister shows up, Omega, who supposedly had, because they're practically twins if it's right that she is the pure genetic reincarnation, right?
Fennec Shand has met Omega.
Right. I had one person, we have a friend of the podcast, said he would like to see Ventress show up. That would be interesting because she's worked with Boba Fett before. Mm-hmm. I don't think they liked each other though.
No.
But who knows?
They're on a train.
I'm not even sure if she's alive still. Oh yeah, because she like totally betrayed him, didn't he? In that.
Yeah, he did.
She in that episode. Yeah, so that probably wouldn't happen.
She's off dating that one guy.
Quinlan Voss. Yeah, I don't know how that ends up. How they end up.
Does it matter? It's one of the books, so it could be retconned any minute.
Oh, you're right.
Definitely. I think that if you hate Book of Boba Fett, you don't deserve the ending of the Book of Boba Fett when everyone's going to be freaking out about it.
I think the obvious prediction, though, I think is that he's going to round up the Tusken Raider tribes and fight the Pikes.
That's definitely cool.
It's just weird that when they talk about when they do the Mando theme plus talk about bounty hunters, it makes you think that they're going to hire bounty hunters. But, yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah.
Then we have a couple other trailers and stuff. So there was a teaser, not really a trailer, just more of a reveal for the actual name of the Lord of the Rings show by Amazon.
I dislike it.
The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which is a name taken straight from the Silmarillion for basically the time period of the Second Age, which is from when he makes the Rings of Power to the fall of Numenor, to the Wars of the Ring, and stuff like that.
I dislike it. I am absolutely against the name.
All right, that's your opinion.
I am absolutely against it. Why did they settle on that name?
Because it's from the Silmarillion.
But they had to call it Lord of the Rings of Power.
Sure.
It's so. First off, it's so long.
I mean, the obvious reason is that so people can link it to those movies.
People should just call it Middle Earth: The Ring of Powers. The Ring of Power.
I don't think as many people would link that though.
Then those fans are dumb. They're bending the casuals.
I'm just saying. I don't think quite as many people would.
They gotta do a name swap on that.
I'm excited. I don't know. I don't care about the name.
Upset.
As long as the show itself is good, it follows a roughly true to the source material, I will be happy about it.
Okay.
I think I've said before, I think Sauron is going to be the main character. It'll be from his sort of evil perspective. Because that's the only... Unless it's through, like, a Celebrimbor, and it's all these tragedies of, like, people that work with Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
And Sauron is going to be more like the... I don't know, close antagonist. I don't know. I'm not sure how to describe it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then we got a video game overview. We got the Lego Skywalker Saga coming out April 5th.
Mm-hmm.
This game looks like the biggest Lego game we've ever seen from this studio.
Not even close.
Outside of Lego Universe, right?
Yes.
Who
Who knows about Lego Worlds, though? We haven't really played that
sure.
often.
Yeah.
That was supposed to... I was expecting that like, this is the next Lego Universe.
Mm.
And that they were going to probably try to update it like Minecraft.
Mm.
But to my knowledge, that has not happened.
But this looks like the largest open world Star Wars game you could expect. It looks crazy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because we played the old Lego games, the old Lego Star Wars games. And this is beyond that in terms of mechanics. This is like a video game for gamers. It's got upgrade systems. It's got open exploration, with planets. It's got so much stuff.
I got a question for you.
It's got class systems.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude.
First off, what would be your favorite character that you want to play as all the time?
I want to... in those games, in those Star Wars games especially, I like to make the custom characters. I'm looking forward to seeing how the custom characters work.
Wow.
That's why I'm looking forward to seeing. But
this is the same brother that said that you cannot make a custom character in
Lego Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Nor can you play as any of the main characters because they're too cool for you.
What? I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
How many years ago was that?
You told me you can't even. I can't not play as Aragorn with his cool shiny armor because that's such a cool Lego figure. You can't even play as him.
I don't remember saying that.
You don't remember that? It's like
No.
You're not even worthy of playing as the cool endgame Aragorn. So I'm like, I'm gonna make my own character, and you're like, that's also lame.
Why though? Just play as Aomer.
You're like, go play as Faradin.
Faradin? What?
Not Faradin. What's his name?
Faradin's a character from Dungeons and Dragons games.
Oh, is that true? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Faramir, something like that.
You mean Boromir's brother, right?
Yeah.
Faramir. Yeah.
Faramir.
Okay.
Man, I was so upset.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember that?
I remember saying that you should play as like an actual character.
Yeah.
Because to me, Lord of the Rings isn't really a world where you like imagine your own character.
Yeah. But then you also picked and choose which ones I could actually play as.
To me, that world isn't quite big enough for that to make your own, fan fiction and stuff.
Sure.
It's better to have your own fantastical world that you would introduce in like a D&D game.
Because it's so dense. It's already so full of characters. There's not much.
There's no room.
And if you try to add a character like Talion, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, this isn't
Boo!
canon. This sucks."
Boo! Yeah.
It's like,
this isn't even close to being canon.
I'm not playing this game.
Isn't even close.
This is not honoring Tolkien's vision.
It's not even close though. That's the thing.
Shadows of Mordor is my favorite thing to do with the Middle Earth franchise.
It's like not even close to being accurate.
There's a lot of retcons.
It's like it's not retcons if nobody accepts that as being close to canon.
It's fine.
It's like a silver timeline. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But actual characters? I don't know. I think Boba Fett or some sort of Mandalorian.
Boba Fett?
Yeah, Boba
Where?
Fett or like a Jango Fett is gonna be cool to play as. I'm looking forward to seeing how the different classes play out in this game.
Do you think they can go back to making a more standard Lego game after this? Because they're not going to make this behemoth of a Lego game and then go back to saying, all right, now we're going back to our just standard.
We haven't played any Lego games for a while, though.
That's true.
Like any of the later ones. Like a DC Supervillains or a...
The last one we played was Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which we barely played. We got through like the first two missions. I didn't play that. You didn't?
You played that?
I played that.
Or it was like one of the Batmans that I played. Like
yeah.
Maybe probably Lego Batman 3.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, which was meh.
Characters were cool,
mm-hmm.
but the ultimate setting in the world, I don't think nailed it.
Yeah, I didn't care for everything's shrinking, because that's what, because Brainiac's shrinking everything to fit in his bottles. I don't remember it very well. It was a long time ago.
Well, the story, we don't play that sort of stuff for the story.
Right. We play it for the hub world.
Yeah, we do.
Or whatever we did. But I mean, this is the biggest sort of open world that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, did Lego Force Awakens come out after that one?
I think so.
That might have been the last one that I played. Which, I mean, that on its own was pretty fun.
It was good. It was more...
It introduced some interesting mechanics, like the shooting. Like, it had those sort of cover shooting. Which I'm like, it would be cool if just the shooting combat was always kind of like this. And that's what they're doing in this.
Yeah, they are.
It looks awesome. It looks like Lego version of Battlefront.
Yeah, it does. It looks like the best mission in the Force Awakens, though, Lego game, was that very first mission when you're on Endor.
Endor. Oh, I don't know about that, but that's your opinion.
We're not playing with Mumble.
What? Are we not? Okay, that's fine. Are we? What? How are we gonna play through the saga though?
Oh, we're gonna start with Phantom Menace.
Okay.
That's the way I want to do it.
You don't want to start with 4 and go then. You don't want to do original prequels and then sequels.
No, I think we should do it the way that it is in the complete saga.
All right. But that should be fun.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to that game. Like a lot. Just from the combat looks really fun.
All right, and the next game that I have on my list is the new Pokemon Artemis.
No, I don't know.
It's open world. It's an open world Pokemon game.
Isn't that every Pokemon is technically open world?
This is like the Breath of the Wild open world game, though.
Wow.
Okay, moving on. I think that's it for video games, isn't it?
I don't have anything. Oh yeah, did you see the Picard season 2 trailer? There was another trailer a couple days ago.
Oh, there was? I didn't watch it.
Okay. It's just not any. It didn't seem really any different than the other trailer.
We are fighting Nazis in a parallel universe.
Well, it's like it turns into like the more, I don't know, fascist or like overbearing Federation or whatever. You know, like Dark Federation.
Picard is dead,
and they have to go to the past or whatever. They have to go to 2024 or whatever to fix something. It's like, I don't want to go to the past. I want to see the future. I want to see.
You don't want to see Discovery future.
I want to see canon time frame of that time frame.
Man,
I want to see the Klingons in that time frame. I don't know. I want to see post Dominion War Federation and stuff.
I want to continue watching Discovery sometime just to see if the Dominion's around, because the Dominion used to always say like, we've been around for 2,000 years and we will completely outlive the Federation.
And the Federation wipes them out. I mean, the Roman Empire was the longest living civilization, wiped out by some seafaring pirates.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Alexander the Great.
No, it was like pirates basically. I think. Maybe I'm misremembering.
It was
a bunch of... No, it was like a bunch of different elements. But... Oh yeah, we didn't mention the new season of Superman Lois has started. We're about 2 episodes into that, right?
I am more nervous than happy for that show.
Yeah, because the first episode, the like pilot of the first season hits hard. It's like, this is Superman. And if you like Superman, this is Superman for you. And this one has been very kind of slow about it. Like they're having troubles. and stuff, and you know, you don't really. There's no real villain right now either.
You don't know. They don't know what kind of direction they really want to go.
It seems like, I don't know. Supposedly the villain is going to be introduced in this next episode, but it hasn't been as good. I like the brothers still. Their stories have been pretty good still.
On their way.
I don't know. It's all the concerns I had from the trailer have kind of been realized by this point.
Yeah.
Which was that it just doesn't seem as good of scope and interest to me.
We'll see how it all wraps up.
I like the return of Tal Ro when he was back in this last episode. Because he's just good and everything.
I don't think there's going to be a moment in the show where I'm like freaking out and geeking out like that one episode of Superman Lois season 1 where it was like kind of a flashback episode.
Oh, sure.
That was like the coolest thing.
Sure.
I don't think I'm ever going to have that with this season.
Okay.
But I'm ready to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I'm ready to be proven wrong. Because, I mean, I'm trying to think of if we've seen everything from that trailer already. We might have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything in that trailer that we haven't seen already. So we'll see.
All right. How did you like Encanto? Just like 2 words on it. We're not
right.
saying anything about it.
All right music. Semi-predictable story. Fun characters.
Yeah. I agree. But I think some of the music went too long sometimes.
Yeah, long music. Long songs.
It's like, okay, we get it.
All right, we get it. You got the guy that did Hamilton or whatever.
Yeah. But enjoyable.
And there's nondescript evil guys that chase them out of their old town. Right? That was the weirdest part. And they don't reference, like, what were those guys doing on the horses? Who are those guys?
That's
it's
right.
Just shadowy guys on horses chase them out of town. It's like, who are they?
Yeah, we don't know.
What is that?
We don't know what time period it really takes place, do we?
I don't know. It felt like it was kind of supposed to be modern day.
Is it?
I don't know. It's like down in South America.
Dude, who's been in South America?
I don't know. I couldn't tell I couldn't tell you what time frame that is. But they also live in this little isolated valley away from the world, and they have magic powers.
Okay.
That everybody relied on, and then they lost their powers, and it's like, oh, now they have to live without their powers, and they built their own house and stuff. And then they changed that. It's like, no, everybody gets their powers back. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. Lesson not learned.
Yeah.
Just rely on those magic powers that you have. Then we'll get into our final topic for today.
Movie of the year?
Movies that we have seen, the best movie that we have seen of 2021.
Best video game? Or we're going to say best video game? Even though we all know the answer to this?
No, we'll just do movies. We're just going to do movies.
You know our video game. You know the best.
Well, I haven't played many other video games.
Not many video games came out this year. Skyrim Anniversary wins. Sorry to spoil it. Okay, go on.
All right, list the movies that we've had this year that we have seen.
Dune.
Okay.
Shang-Chi.
I wish you listed them in order that they came out.
That's too much work. No Time to Die.
Okay.
Black Widow.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Right. That did come out this year.
Encanto.
Okay.
Eternals.
Right.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay.
And Rocketeer.
That didn't come out
this year. That was a 90s movie.
I feel like there's something else that we've missed. Because you didn't look up just movies of this year.
I looked up biggest movies of this year.
Biggest movies, which I feel is not right.
I went through our podcast episodes. These are the ones that we wrote reviews for.
Or should we do shows, too? Should we do best show of this last year?
Sure, we can do best shows.
We don't have a list of that.
But shows is a lot more iffy, though, because some shows go through years.
We would do it when the finale was.
Okay.
So Mando season 2.
Yep, wins. Congratulations.
You don't think Superman Lois was better?
No.
Interesting.
No. That's a funny thought, but no.
Nah, I honestly could have put that above Mando.
You are misremembering the trauma of just sitting on our couch like Luke.
I predicted that way long ago.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think the Ahsoka episode was better than that episode.
Oh my gosh. You really have lost your way. You don't remember.
I need to rewatch that show. I haven't watched that for a while now. No, it's probably Mando season 2, maybe. But movies. What would you say is the best movie of this year? Because I'm interested in seeing what you have to say about it.
It's up to Dune or No Time to Die.
Really?
For me, yes.
Not Spider-Man?
No.
Mr. Spider-Man is my most anticipated movie of this year? That's not your...
No.
I thought immediately that was going to be, it's Spider-Man.
No, Dune or No Time to Die.
No Time to Die?
And Dune.
It's not even... What?
I knew it was going to be a hot take.
Wow. Because it's definitely not No Time to Die. Definitely not that one.
It is.
That movie had some alright moments. You know.
This is where you're wrong. I say it should be No Time to Die.
It had some alright moments. It's definitely not the best movie of this year, though.
It lingered with me more.
Oh my god.
The dramatic...
That's just because spoilers. Because James Bond dies in that movie. That's the only reason why it's lingering with you, though.
No.
And that he has a daughter or whatever.
It's...
Little Jamie Bond.
It is the ending of that franchise for now, of the Daniel Craig saga. It lingers with me. It's just a stronger impact. I think the way that this character has evolved over the years, and this is like they are still doing new things with the character that has never been done before, is so
the villain's
amazing.
Plot makes no sense, dude.
It's
what
so
was his plot?
Cool.
Why was the villain doing what he wanted to do?
Oh my gosh.
Answer that question though.
What movie do you think is the best of the year? Because clearly you think it should be Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh. I mean, to me, it would be up to either Spider-Man or Dune. Yeah, obviously.
So I had to mention Dune because that's gonna be our mutual ground that we
right.
discovered.
I mean, Dune had a lot of cool stuff. It had some slow moments in there too, and the whispering sucked. Paul. There was a lot of whispering, Paul. A lot of that. But in terms of imagery and stuff, I really enjoyed that.
I have something I want to read out.
I heard some critiques that like the planet Arrakis wasn't quite alien enough. But I disagree. It looks exactly how I imagined it when reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I read the book, to me it didn't sound like this weird alien planet. It sounded like a desert.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I saw in the movie.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total oblivion. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. I don't think that line is even said in the new Dune.
Why? What do you mean?
That's from the original Dune, and probably the book.
That's not in the new movie? Are you
I don't
sure?
think it is.
Are you sure?
I haven't looked it up.
I mean, they've had parts of that line at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in all honesty, it's probably Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
It's
that
so
was so
long.
that movie. You watched that?
They had to cut it.
Incredibly long.
They should have cut the stuff with Martian Manhunter for now.
It was just like everything that I filmed is going into this. This. How many chapters were there?
4.
So many. It was so long. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe we watched that.
Slow motion too.
Oh man. So I guess mutually together we are saying it was
No Time to Die.
It was Dune.
But I don't want to do Dune. I think it deserves to be No Time to Die.
No, it's No Time to Die does not deserve to be anything. That doesn't even deserve to be a movie of this year. It should have came out 3 years ago.
Oh, and Dune deserved to come out last year.
Not necessarily.
That's the original release date.
Right, but who knows what they did in that time. They were just holding on to that movie because they actually had to film the rest of Dune. No Time to Die they had ready, and they just held on to it for 3 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's Dune. In all honesty,
I'm changing my answer. I say it should be Jungle Cruise.
no, it's not Jungle.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm
Definitely
kidding.
not Jungle Cruise.
I did watch that movie twice.
Well, that gets into our second topic. Worst movie
No!
that we've seen of 2021. I didn't reveal that was going to be a topic to you, but I wanted to put that in. What is the worst movie? So go through the movies
We're
again.
not talking about this.
Go through the movies one more time.
Dune, Shang-Chi, No Time to Die, Black Widow, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Encanto, Eternals, and Spiderman No Way Home.
I think you skipped one.
No, I didn't.
You skipped a couple. Yeah.
I say the worst one is Shang-Chi.
Straight up, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
That movie goes so off the rails.
It loses itself.
In that third act, goes from criminal underworld, ninjas and stuff, to Cthulhu monster that sucks people's souls out. I think that's my vote.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
Yeah.
Is Shang-Chi. Again, I like the character of Shang-Chi.
Yes.
I like, I didn't have a problem with his companion character. I forget what.
Katie, which I did not like.
I didn't have any problem with her. I thought it was all right. It's just that entire third act is like,
It loses.
what are we doing?
It takes
loses
everything.
itself.
It
I thought Black Widow lost itself in its third act.
no.
Shang-Chi blew that away. Blew that out of the water in terms of its third act losing itself. They go another dimension and fight a soul-sucking monster Cthulhu thing.
Like, they started on like a subway bus and we see some cool kung
my
fu.
God.
I'm like, this is so cool.
I expected to see a dragon. Okay, I expected that.
Oh my gosh, seriously? You expected that?
Well, because he was in the trailer.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah, you see Shang-Chi like plunge in the water and you see the dragon or whatever. It's like, all right, maybe they just have a talk. Not that they would have to work together to fight a giant Cthulhu monster. Yeah. Just totally lost itself.
It's weird that there's two characters now in the MCU named Katie that both use a bow and arrow.
No, her name's Kate, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Kate Bishop.
Okay, Kate and Katie.
There you go.
We're fine. MCU saved. We keep to that agreement pretty fast. There's a lot of stuff I love about that movie.
I mean, Jungle Cruise wasn't good.
It was okay.
It wasn't good. I'm not as enthralled with Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt as probably other people are.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Something about Shang-Chi was that I had some hope for that movie. And it just like went off the rails and just destroyed everything that I had hopes for that.
Yeah, the minute that they started going to the other dimension, I'm like, this is too far.
It's like, what are we
Go
doing?
back.
What's going on? What?
I feel like they had like, all right, we have to make this up to scale, otherwise no one's gonna care about the character.
I don't know.
That's not true. You do not need a high-scale, world-ending event to make your character look cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, we didn't talk about the Moon Knight trailer.
How do you feel about the Moon Knight trailer?
It's bland.
Same.
All right, that's it. Yeah, that's...
Movie of the year, No Time to Die. Congratulations.
No,
Worst
Dune-
movie of the year, Shang-Chi.
Dune gets another one added on to its third bit, while Shang-Chi gets a 0 added on to its third bit, which doesn't change its score at all, but it definitely adds on to Dune's score, which makes it... I feel like we both gave it a 1. I don't remember what we gave it.
What, Dune?
Correct.
Yes.
But it adds another 4 to that score. So that's a total of... What was that, 7? A score of 7. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Dune. Who could have... I don't know. I really want No Time to Die one, but whatever. That was our mutual common ground.
Yeah, because, yeah. Again, I like parts of that movie, but in whole, it just wasn't... It's not enough to be best movie of the year. There's about 3 other movies I would put before No Time to Die.
Which ones? I'm just curious.
Spider-Man, first off.
Dune, obviously.
Well, yeah, Dune was for top, probably. What other movies were there? I forget.
Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Encanto, Eternals, Jungle Cruise.
So I feel like Eternals is like on par with No Time to Die for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. But those are the movies that we have seen.
Mm.
We hope to see more movies this next year because theaters and stuff are open.
The Batman.
The Batman will be awesome.
March.
We'll talk about upcoming stuff later.
Yeah.
In another episode, I think. So yeah, that'll be upcoming podcast news. We'll talk about movies coming out soon.
You know what else is coming out soon? Our podcast to Spotify, hopefully.
Yeah, we've got our website's coming out fast, actually, this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope that's up, and we'll have links for that wherever we can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else to talk about today?
I think that covered it.
All right. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Faster Than Lightspeed podcast. Check us out on Twitter. We'll be posting information about new episodes. In the meantime, this has been your Captain Kenny Lightspeed with my executive officer,
Joey.
and this has been the Faster Than Lightspeed podcast.